Hello there, welcome back to another episode of Elsewhere. Today we're going to be kicking off with a bit of a tutorial for a hybrid iron golem farm and villager breeder. Now I do have to admit I made a bit of a mistake with today's episode, unfortunately. I just recorded my computer audio and I did not record my voice audio, so I'm going to be dubbing over the first half of this episode, which will get a little bit awkward when I'm actually trying to remember what I said in a conversation, because we're going to be meeting up with Rift later to talk about some things. So hopefully I can patch that conversation back together, and hopefully this tutorial will come across very nicely with this kind of dubbed over format. But anyways, let's get right to it. I'm very excited about this. Here is the design for the farm that I will be building today, and this is my own design. As you can see, down below there's a villager breeding area, and up above there is a place where the iron golems get killed. This is actually a separator for the adults and the babies, so when you're ready you can grab an adult and a minecart, and once all of the adults run out, it won't grab the babies. Villagers only need a couple of things in order to breed. First of all, they need food, which is provided to them by the farm, and second of all, they need beds, which as you can see, we have beds all around the farm. Next up, I have these zombies over here, and these are entirely optional, but they just scare the villagers, which causes slightly higher rates for iron golem spawning. The farm should still work without them. Here's what you need in order to build this farm. These are the ingredients. You can pause now so that you can see what is in this chest. Now, if you're gathering resources, these are the resources you'll need. It's mostly just a bunch of wood, iron, glass, and some wool in order to make everything that you will need. And with that, I think we're ready to get started. So let's hop over onto the realm and start building this up. Alright, as you can see here, I've got a shulker box that has all of the things that I need, and I've built a 15 by 15 glass box that is 9 blocks high, and I built a little bit of a ledge on the inside, and now I'm placing some corner pieces, just 3 little pieces of glass in the corners. Now once we have those pieces of glass placed, we can go ahead and start placing down all of our beds. So the way I recommend doing this is standing in the middle of each side and placing 2 beds on either side of you. So you kind of end up facing the beds away from you, and you end up with 4 beds on each side of the glass box. And I'm just going to go all the way around here and place all of these beds in. Now the reason we need so many beds is because every villager needs a bed. So every single adult villager will claim one of the beds, and every single baby villager that we spawn will claim its own bed. Alright, now we have all the beds in place. Now we're going to go ahead and start placing in the dirt. This is going to be super easy. All you have to do is place 4 little quadrants of dirt, and when you're done, it'll look something like this. Now it's important that you leave these 1 wide strips all the way around. So what you need to do is pick a direction, and I've already placed in one of the sides over here, and place a line of blocks 1 block lower than the dirt. And this is going to be where your water paths go that push the baby villagers into the hole. And on the other sides, just place these on level with the dirt, and that's where the zombies are going to be. Technically, this could be farmland, but, you know. We also need to dig out a 3x3 in the middle, and this is where the baby villagers are going to fall down. Up next, we're going to go ahead and place down all the composters. So all you need to do is grab the composters, place them down on these 2 little spots in each corner. Very simple. Next, I'm going to place some glass behind these, and I'm just going to go 2 blocks up. And if you had to ask me why I was doing this, I would say I have no idea. I just kind of put those there because it seemed right. Next step is we're going to take these hoppers, and we're going to take them and place them on our middle column here. So these boys are going to go up 3 blocks, and then we're going to go out 3 blocks, maybe? I don't know. All I know is that I did it wrong the first time. So, yeah. I went out 2 blocks. You need to go out 3 blocks. And you'll see me correct this mistake later. But basically, turn this into a diamond, and you want all the hoppers to be pointing in towards the center one. And if you want, you can place a test item in every single top hopper and see if it ends up in the bottom. And if that works, then that means you've set up all your hoppers correctly. Alright, now you're going to build a platform up on top. I believe this could also be glass, but I'm using stone bricks. And now I'm going to go ahead and place in the water on the four corners. Here's another case where you have a bit of an option. You can use ice like me, or you can use water buckets. Either way, I just find ice to be easier because it's stackable. And as you see here, I'm realizing my mistake with the hoppers, having to break these all out and replace them with hoppers. Basically, you want the hoppers to go straight up to the water, like so. Now I'm just going to finish breaking these water here. And this is what it should look like when you are finished with that step. Up next, we're going to go ahead and place our iron bars in. Now these are going to be supporting lava, so it's actually important this time around that we get the exact right dimensions the first time we build it. So you do need to go out exactly 3 in each direction and then build a bit of a diamond shape out of these iron bars. And I actually double checked this in my creative world before I did it because I did not want to pour lava all over my water and make a bunch of stone. So please make sure you do this part correctly the first time around, so that way you don't have a big mess to clean up. And all you need to do is place your lava on top of this middle block if you can if you can get to it, and there you go. The lava should flow out and it should end right on that last iron bar right there. And now I realized I needed some more materials, so I went and got some more wood, because you will also need to craft up 2 fence gates and 6 trapdoors. And I also realized that I needed a little bit more ice so that I could run some water streams. So here I am picking that up. Now on the sides that are going to have your water streams, you want to place your fence gates directly above the opening where the villagers are going to fall down. And that will allow the water to push right up to the fence gates, and the water source blocks will go right between these beds right here on either side. So go ahead and place those in. Up next, you want to place a water source on the other sides. Now I did this by punching through the glass and digging out this block right here after placing a block behind it, so that way the water can be held in, and yeah, it's just going to be chilling right there, and that'll help hydrate your crops. The villager pushing water streams don't quite reach it far enough to hydrate all of the crops in this area, so these will alleviate that problem. At this point, I realized I was missing something important. I was starting to feel poor there. Now that we have the proper tools, we can start to till the soil, and this is where we will be planting carrots. Now on these corners, they don't quite get hydrated, so I'm just going to replace them with glass. And now we can go ahead and plant our carrots, and try not to get hungry and eat them yourself. Over here is where we're going to place our zombies, where we had our water before. So we need to increase the opacity of the roof so that the zombies will not burn, and then we need to go ahead and build up some walls so that the zombies will not escape. And on the front, you just need to place 1 block over the water, and that should do the trick for holding the zombies in place. Now I'm just going to go ahead and repeat this process over on the other side. Just be cautious when you're stepping back to admire your work, because there is a big hole. Now, in said hole, we're going to place 6 more trapdoors. Or six trapdoors in the first place. These are the only 6 trapdoors. So place them there. And we're going to go ahead and get rid of this next couple of blocks in this column here. And we're going to place some hoppers down. And we're going to be placing more hoppers down later, so you can go as far down as you want with those hoppers. And the last little step here is we're going to go ahead and place some glass over these water streams and over the holes, because we don't want the villagers, the adult villagers, to fall through. We just want the baby villagers to fall through. Now we can sneak through with an ender pearl, but the adult villagers are stuck now. And that is the last thing that we need to do here before we bring our villagers over. And that's going to be a nightmare, so I don't really want to do that right now. What I do want to do is go check out what our friend RiftStudier is up to over at the shopping district, because he said he was working on his shop, and I want to go check it out. So let's try and piece this conversation back together. I probably said something like, "Hey,
Howdy.
how you been? It's been a while."
Pretty good. I finished my last final yesterday, and then I immediately slept for a total of 13 hours.
Nice. I feel that.
I spent an all-nighter before, so I'm still catching up on sleep.
Oof. Yeah, it's been a crazy one for me too.
But yeah, I found a really cool large tree design that didn't seem too big, and so I'm pretty much referencing it when I'm building this.
Yeah, it definitely looks really cool. I think it's quite an improvement over what it was before.
Yeah, I was like, because the whole single stick thing, I will not be able to make this look good. So
Yeah.
I just start from scratch, get a better foundation. As you can see, it kind of stops here because technically these stone bricks are are outside. It's not even my property anymore. This is the next property over. I just set it down so I will know what I can build up to. But yeah, I'm sick of my sailing out, man. I think it's safe to say, just by building shops, we've destroyed the ecology enough that it probably doesn't matter if we grass the place up.
True.
I mean, have you even seen a mushroom? Was for a while now.
Yeah, somebody went through and killed all of those like a while back. But yeah, I was gonna propose that we work together and actually build some roads for this area and maybe lay out some plots and whatnot, but specifically roads.
I'm assuming that's what this diorite is for.
Yeah, I think David laid those out a while back, kind of at the start. But I'd like to kind of set up like an official public transit / city planning type group that can kind of...
Committee?
Yeah. That can kind of put together some ideas, and we can bring it forward to Cube, who owns the entire land, as you can see from the borders.
And if you recall, this is exactly what I petitioned against.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think to start out with, the land was a little bit undervalued, which is why they were capable of actually buying the entire island in the first place. So I think they're selling it at a little bit more of a fair rate, but it's still kind of an obstacle in terms of building stuff. But to be fair, if somebody really wants to open up a shop and they can't afford to buy the land, they can just rent a stall at the port.
That is so true. I was close to start calling it conspiracy before I saw your video. You saying that this is a coincidence.
Yeah, I can see that.
About the specific path I want to start making is that because pretty much the ground floor of my shop, the entrance is right here.
Yep.
So I was thinking of making a path that goes along here. And so it can split off to whatever the transportation tablet's going to be.
Right.
Maybe if there's going to be a couple other shops prop up, we can branch off here. But then it's go down here. It's along the shoreline.
Nice.
Going to build up a little ways, probably in a similar style to the port. Maybe.
This plot up here is actually mine, over across from the port.
Oh, so
yeah.
Is it now?
Yeah. This is was gonna be the Port Part 2 Electric Boogaloo, and I'm gonna kind of sell luxury goods over here. As you can see, I already have my like boxes of things that you can buy. So like some pretty high quality goods.
This is your bulk supply.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then probably if you add like a bridge along here,
Hmm.
we can then continue the path along the original design.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
original.
I can totally see it. We just need to connect up to all the shops at that point. We could do some terraforming around here as well, just to make it like look a little bit more pleasing. You know, like get little patches of trees and grass and whatnot. We could actually mix in some like mushrooms and things if we want to as well. Basically, we just need to take a proposal to Cube and see if we can do this without having to pay for the land, obviously. But I mean, I think that's a no-brainer for them because it's gonna make the land more appealing, and they're gonna sell more ultimately.
We're increasing. We're increasing the property value for free, basically.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I don't know why they would say no to this, but I mean, they've done wackier stuff before.
If all else fails, we can just grind for a few hours, and then buy all it from them and upcharge it again.
Actually, hang on. Come over here. Come check this out. Look in here.
Well, that is a significant amount. I was also thinking of like a minecart-based transport system across the oceans.
Oh yeah, that would actually be really interesting. Like
So
that would go right in with the public transit type.
yes, Elsewhere, like I was thinking, I can be the head of Elsewhere Public Transit,
Yeah,
and creating
definitely.
like a rail system in between spawn lands and here into some of the major base locations, like your gonna be your fairyland over here.
Yeah, the magical forest.
People have forgotten the value of overworld transport systems, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
It was declared terminal whenever the Nether was 1/8 the size of the overworld, basically, but it was really declared dead when Elytras came out.
Yeah,
And
definitely. I feel like that we should
I
build the like hub right at the spawn, the world spawn, and kind of expand out from there and connect to
yeah,
everything from there.
I want to fill the world.
Yeah, so like right when you join the server, it kind of like you would be able to access every point of the world all at once. All right, so I'd like to kind of officially invite you to be a member of a public service type group. We can be the first two board members. We can bring other people in if we need to.
So it should be EBWA, Elsewhere Public Works Association.
Yeah, elsewhere, public service,
That,
something
that,
or
that
other.
sounds
Yeah.
fine. I'm down with that.
Awesome. So, first order of business, I'll probably go ahead and start building some kind of a headquarters for us.
I was just thinking, in fact, you cannot set the seeds for it.
And obviously, we need to meet with Cube, but also I think first we should meet with Synthco.
Mhm. Yeah, the reality-changing plague that is starting to consume the world.
Right.
I'm his neighbor, so I have kind of a front row seat to all that shenanigans.
Yeah, I can imagine it's
I just have a.
it's a
If
little
you go to my front lawn, you have this little rustic house with like a massive.
just
What would you call it? Synth punk?
synth wave. I don't really know. It's the music is taking over.
But just ominous building, ominous corporate structures in the background. So I'm aware of what's happening.
Right. Yeah, but we need to meet with him. We need to meet with them because they have workers who could actually help us, as well as I know that David was talking about building some roads as well as the town hall, so he'd be a good person to meet with. Another project we might want to take on is some nether highways at some point, because I know that Philip was talking about doing some nether toll roads, and I feel like we should do something a little bit more public.
Trying to push public projects into private sector, and that is something I disagree with.
Exactly.
I kind of like how, like I know, like I was talking about like public transit, but technically, roads also are part of the transportation region. So that's kind of our main thing has started off.
Right.
Basically providing improved public transportation options.
Yeah, I feel like after that point we can kind of go off and do some more general public service type projects. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get started building an office at some point, and then we can meet with Synthco and Cube.
And it's nice talking to you. I'm probably going to hop off for a while so I can just have all of my brain power be focusing on making this tree look good.
Yeah, it was good talking to you too. Can't wait to see how the tree turns out, and I will catch you later.
Have a wonderful day, my dude.
You too. And with that, that is the end of my audio-less footage. So here we go back to normal footage. And would you look at that over there? It looks like Rift has made just a little bit more progress on his tree. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and head back to the base over here so that we can start to move these villagers back. I think it's time to stop putting it off and just make it happen. It's not that difficult. I just got to grab one of these farmers. Actually, I need to transport 3 or 4. I think I need to transport 4 of them over there. But once I've done that, it should be easy. So I got this little... Oop. Okay. I got this little minecart set up. Let me see if I can demonstrate. There we go. Alright. Now, you are going to pop the hitboxes on so I can see what's going on. You're going to get in this boat. Oh, I guess maybe you're not going to get in this boat. Come on, dude. Get in the boat. There you go. And we're going to go on a little trip. We're here. In order to turn on hitboxes like this, all you have to do is hit F3 and B, and you will turn your hitboxes on. So that way you can see when you're whacking the boats. You don't want to hit the villagers, you know. Now we're just going to try and get this guy to where he's standing right next to the minecart rail, just like so. And then we're going to push this. And I've set up a little rail here that goes all the way up to where the villager breeder is. And hopefully this dude will get taken all the way up there. Ah, I forgot to power this. And I've put a non-powered powered rail up there so that he stops at the end, because otherwise you'll get some bounce back. And we're just going to whack. And we're going to open up a little bit of a doorway into here. And hopefully he will be enticed. Are you enticed? He seems to be enticed. Welcome to your new home. So I'm gonna get 4 dudes up in this half. And then they're gonna make babies. The babies are gonna fall down. You know what? I should probably make the place where they fall down into before I get enough villagers here to make babies. Yeah, let's do that. So this is going to be really simple. I've just set up a little platform here, and I'm going to go ahead and make a bit of a wall coming down here. And I'm going to bring these hoppers down a couple more blocks. And then I would like my villagers to pop out on this side over here. So I'm going to break this block. I've got a wall. It's too high all around. Except right here, we've got a hole. And then we're going to go ahead and build a bit of a floor right here. And then we're going to make this floor come out 3 more blocks right here. We're going to put some walls here. And a roof. Just a single 1 block high hole, little hallway here for these dudes to come down. And then we're going to build up our system, our minecart system. I'm just going to have these guys held right down here because I don't want to get too many of these guys backed up. But if you want to infinitely breed villagers, by all means, you can make this tunnel much longer, and these guys will get far enough away from the beds to where they won't be able to see them. I would like a maximum of 8 villagers in this spot at any one time, which is what I should get from this particular setup. And then once I grab one, it should breed another one. And so I'll have 8 villagers here at all times, and if I need a villager, I can just grab one. So for this little villager pickup area, I'm going to drop down below, and we're going to do a bit of a U shape right here. And we need a slab, which I do not have. Alright, so this is the floor of the drop shaft. We have 1 block below that, and we're going to add a 3rd block and place a slab right there. So that way we have, if we come up here, we can see exactly what's going on. So yeah, this is the tunnel where these dudes are going to come out. We're going to extend this roof over and extend this piece over. And this is where the slab down there is where they're going to stand. Then we're going to place a solid block here so that we can place a powered rail up against it. And we're going to place a lever powering that. And we're going to place normal rails all around here. And this will be the minecart pickup system that I showcased earlier. And now one final step is I need to add some water up in there. So let's get up in there so that we can place a block of water. And this water will need to be oriented diagonally from where the exit hole is, so that when you pour the water out, it pushes into that hole. Very nice, very nice. Alright, well I went ahead and got 3 more dudes up here. I haven't yet gotten the zombies yet, but I'm going to save that for another day. And if you look down there, we've already got 2 little babies. So, looks like it's working. I'm going to move those babies up into this other section over here. But I am getting tired doing this right now, so we're going to call it for the episode. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. If you built this yourself in your own world, let me know how it goes. If you run into any problems, you can leave them in the comments, and I can try and let you know if I can think of any solutions. Or if you built it and it works really well, let me know as well. I'd like to hear about it. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Peace out. I got this little minecart set up. Let me see if I can demonstrate. Let me see if I can give a little demonstration. Okay, I need not a butcher. I need a farmer. Farmer? Hello? Come. Oh, okay, it's sleepy time, apparently. Give me one of those beds. No, it's not nighttime yet. Early to bed, early to rise, I suppose. Alright, give me that bed. Alright, farm boy, get out here. Come, farm boy. You're gonna go get to see the big city. Why are there chickens in here? There we go.